Hey there, everybody. How are you? Merry Christmas and happy holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas, or maybe you've just been delinquent and you're watching this video now after Christmas. Maybe you're watching this in July. If that's the case, I hope your summer is going great. Okay, so I have a video for you that does lead us into the new year, but what I'll be sharing with you today can apply to your life at any point. So it's the time of year. Right now, it's coming to the end of December 2019, and it's that time of year. We all know that we want to make New Year's resolutions. We start thinking about changes we want to make. Maybe we start thinking about big risks we want to take. In many cases, we start thinking about what do we want 2020 to look like, or the next year to look like. And so there are two pieces of advice that I have for you. In many cases, people have that feeling, but they don't really know what it is. They know they want to do something. They know that they don't want to do the old thing that they've been doing. They know that they want to change their life. They know they want to, flip the script on some level, but they don't know what it is. And what I always say to these people is to start anywhere, because anywhere is a place and anywhere will lead you everywhere. Because I will push back at you a little bit and say, well, you do have a bit of an idea, right? So for example, if I said to you, well, do you want to become a deep sea diver? You'd be like, no, I hate the water. Okay, well, you do have then some sort of idea about what it is that you want to do with your next year. So whenever that some sort of idea is, maybe you say to yourself, well, I think I'd like to start moving into a life that is in the world of film, or I think I want to start becoming more artistic, or I think I want to start taking a bit of a risk and maybe thinking about going back to school, or you know what, I think I want to start maybe getting more serious about the dating game. Whatever your thing is, okay, you don't have to know what specifically it is. All you need to know is what kind of it is. And that's okay. You can just kind of know what it is that you want to do. And that's enough to start creating some sort of movement and some sort of action. Because when you kind of know the generalities of where you want to go in the future, then you just got to do something small. It doesn't have to be an enormous thing. It could be something like just having a coffee chat with somebody who works in that industry and say, I just want to pick your brain. I just want to hear what it's like to work in your industry. That's one step in that direction. Maybe you want to start getting back into the dating world. Well, find somebody who is in a really great relationship. Take them out for a coffee and say, what were the things that you did in order to find the love of your life? You see, we just need to make some sort of movement. You could read the book on the subject. You could, watch a movie or watch a documentary on the subject. It's these little steps that start leading into bigger steps. And we all know how this goes. Baby steps will lead into a big step. That's one way of saying it. As I say it is, just start anywhere. Just do something small, something that you can easily do, and then do something else. And then do something else, and then do something else. And before you know it, these things that seem so monumental, you'll find that when you break them down, they're not that big of a deal. And then you look back and you're like, damn, that's pretty cool. I did that. That's the first piece of advice. Now, you might then find yourself at some point, and maybe you're there right now, where you are very specific. You really know what you want to do. There's a very specific career you want to have, a very specific job you want to have, a very specific relationship, a very specific city, whatever it is that you want to live in. If you do get to a point where you really know what you want to do, my next piece of advice is this: find an expert. Okay? And when I say find an expert, find somebody who has kicked ass in that field, or someone who has really done that thing that you want to do. So if you want to move to a new city and that takes you out of your comfort zone, find somebody who has moved to many, many different cities, not just once, but people who've done it 5, 6, 7 times. They're experts in moving to new cities. Find somebody who does have that dream job that you want to have. Find somebody who has that dream relationship. Find the person who has the expertise in an area that you don't have an expertise in, and get to know them. Take them out for a coffee. Ask them if they'll have a phone conversation with you. Offer them something that really gets their attention. Don't just say, hey, I'll buy you lunch. They can almost always afford their own lunch. Instead, find out what makes them tick. Find out that they love to go fishing on the weekends. Buy them a fishing magazine. Attach a little note to it that said, hey, I heard you like fishing, and by the way, you don't know me, but I would love it if you'd give me half an hour of your time. Whatever it takes, get creative and get that person's attention, because an expert can speed things up so fast for you. I know this from personal experience. I do it for other people, and I've had people do it for me. When you find somebody who knows what they're doing, they can turn you into a version of themselves very quickly, and then you will increase your chances of reaching that goal that you have for the new year way faster. And not just one expert. I mean, find 3, 4, 5, 10 experts and make time to be in the company of all these individuals. You never know what will come out of one conversation, and it's that next idea that takes you to the next idea, and of course to the next idea. I've always remember reading something from Anthony Robbins years ago where he talked about how he said, if I want to be the greatest chef of all time, he goes, I don't even have to take one cooking class. All I have to do is stand next to the best chef in the world. And when he or she puts the food in the oven, I'll put the food in the oven. When they put the temperature to 325, I'll put the temperature to 325. I'll chop the food the way that they chop the food. I'll just follow everything that they do. And by the end of it, the dish that comes out will be pretty close to the dish that they've had. And people will say to me, oh my God, how did you do this? Well, all I did was just follow the expert. And that's what I really want you to think about as you go into the new year, okay? It sometimes feels so overwhelming to think about all the big things you want to do with your life, but it's not as overwhelming as you think it is when you just start anywhere. And when you start anywhere and get to the point where you start getting specific about what you want to do, then start finding experts. That's a very intelligent plan that's worked for me, and I promise you it'll work for you. All right, Happy New Year, happy holidays, good luck. Get strategic about fulfilling your goals. They will not just happen by themselves. All right, lots of love. See you in 2020. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching that video, my friend. I would love to have these videos land right in your inbox. If you want to get that, just sign up right here. If you do, you're going to get a free gift, exclusive content, and you'll be the first to learn about amazing things that we have coming up.